Hey family, it's Michael Baisden. Finally made it back to Orlando. Ran into my man G Money out here at the Cigar Box. We're having a great time. Check out his podcast, Word on the Street, Word on the Street. Make sure you get that right. 7 o'clock every night Eastern Time. Check him out. And I'm interested in what this brother's talking about. So I'm going to come on the podcast when I get back from Vegas. We're going to see what he's talking about.
Have you been injured in an accident? If so, always remember to call a doc first. Call a doc first has been serving and helping Central Florida clients for over 14 years. Did you know that in the state of Florida, you have 14 days from the date of your accident to seek medical attention for injuries? In that case, always remember to call a doc first.
We watching Word on the Street. It's Miss Bodacious.
This Vicky.
Come on, join us at 7 o'clock every day.
All right, check them out. This Vaughn at Jerome Clean Cuts Barbershop. You can find me on Instagram at 407 Vaughn. But keep it locked in to Word on the Street Live every night at 7 p.m. Yeah.
Hey man, Matt YSL Shaw coming at you live, man. Y'all check out Word on the Streets, man. Every day, 7 p.m. Ain't it right? 7 p.m. every day sharp, man. Check it out, man. Matt YSL Shaw signing out. You feel me?
Yo, this your doctor, Jungle. Over by Jerome Clean Cuts.
Y'all watching Word on the Street.
Word on the Street. The Word on the Street.
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 Word on the Street TV, all right?
That's right, Word on the Streets, we're back. That's right, each and every Wednesday. It goes down 7 o'clock p.m. each and every Wednesday. That's right. You can find us on WODS, Word on the Streets on YouTube. You can find us on WODS, Facebook, also Instagram. Any type of social media there is. That's right. Word on the Streets Live, we're back each and every Wednesday. It's going down. Make sure you log in. Word on the Streets Live.
I can't look at you like that, but you know, peace out to the streets. You already know it's the Word on the Streets, baby. Let's get popping.
Hey, what it is? Your homie Young Jock, man, right here, big kick on my homie Gorilla Zoe.
I thought you were gonna say G Money.
No,
G Money. Right on the fuck.
You ready?
That's what that buzz was.
Hey, what it is? Your homie Young Jock, man.
Your boy Gorilla Zoe, man. What's happening?
And right now you tuned in to Word on the Streets, man. If you're watching us right now, we want to say appreciate it. Hey, G Money, keep getting that paper, man.
I'm your Paramore community correspondent, Jarrell Baker, right outside of the John Jackson Neighborhood Center, where District 5 candidates are inside for a heated debate. Now, that also includes former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill, who lost her seat last year after she was suspended by Governor Ron DeSantis.
Thank you very much, Interim Commissioner Rose, but your services are no longer needed.
Wednesday night, dozens packed out a heated debate between District 5 candidates, former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill and community activist Luana Gelzer.
And I believe if you continue to give money to something that's failing us, we will get the same results.
Hill lost her seat last year when Governor Ron DeSantis suspended her after she was accused of exploiting an elderly woman and using more than $100,000 of her life savings on personal luxuries and a home. Hill says that she's innocent. Gelzer pointed out how she's yet to face trial.
Count 1, exploitation of the elderly person or disabled person. Count 2,
Gelzer has worked on environmental and hurricane preparedness projects, including testing air quality in Paramore, but she has yet to win public office, placing fourth in last year's special election for the District 5 seat.
As soon as I get back to City Hall, I want to make sure that we put some type of local small business opportunity program together that mimics what Orange County is doing.
People living in Paramore pressed the candidates on infrastructure, code enforcement, rent increases, and community revitalization. The interim commissioner, Shan Rose, a former city employee who replaced Hill in a special election, missed the debate for a second time. A representative for Rose came but was booed out by the crowd. Election day is November 4th. In Paramore, Jarrell Baker, News 6.
What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. I'm in the building, that's right. Y'all see it, man. Hey, man, it feels good to be back in the studio, man, because, wow, man. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad to be back in the studio. Y'all seen it, man. The debate went oh, man, the debate went off the chain. It was lovely. I'm talking about, if you missed it, you missed it. That's all I can tell you. It was a ball, man. We had a great time. I mean, I ain't had a great time like that in a long time, man. I mean, that was a great debate. We went into it like the Channel 6 just showed y'all, man. Shan Rose party was not, she was not there. And she sent someone to come up and, and let me know that she wasn't going to be, she had something else that she was attending. Okay, now, when the girl came up to me and said, hey, I'm Shan Rose, representative. I'm trying to let you know. I say, ma'am, you see all these people in here? You know what I'm saying? You see all these people in here. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me. You need to talk to them. You need to talk to these people. I'm talking about standing room only, building packed. And I say, it's not about me. You need to tell these people that's the crowd that Shan Rose ain't gonna be here. Anyway, I go on, do my little thizzle, you know what I'm saying, get back on the stage and doing my thing, and as usual, say. So anyway, I say, hey, we got a representative from Shan Rose. So Regina, you know what I'm saying, Regina jumps, hey, you can't do that, you know what I'm saying, and so did LaWanna. You know what I'm saying, you can't do that, you know what I'm saying. So they basically, to me, I feel like it ain't nothing. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Just let the lady introduce and tell her piece. But this what happened. Her 5 minutes of fame, oh man, turned into a 5 minutes of aim. Because so after that, you know how they say, and this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. After that, the crowd went to saying, hey, no, we don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? And they went to doing that thing, you know how, like, get your ass out of here. They went in. So at this time, the lady standing right there, right there with me, I don't know what to tell her. I'm looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? So they go to booing. They go to booing her and everything, like, whoa, so now they booing her. I say, ma'am, I bent down, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all the bloopers, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, you might need to get the hell up out of him, because it don't look good for you. You know what I'm saying? She went down the aisle and they was booing her, get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't want to hear nothing from Sharon Rose representative or nothing. So this was a big L. This was a big L for Sharon, because for her not showing up, and she lived right up the street. I mean, like, wow. That was a big L. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? The debate is over, so, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Regina, you know, she's, you know, you got two powerful talking women that can bring the smoke for real. I mean, bring that real smoke, man. Anyway, like I said, wow, man. Oh, man, shout out to my girl, Denise. Denise, you missed it, man. Randy, I seen you sent, you know, I sent it to you, Randy. If you want to come on, let's talk about the show, Randy. You know what I'm saying? Feel free, Randy. Feel free, because you did a great job. And I you know what I'm saying? I meant to call you, Randy, and tell you the great job that you did. You did an excellent job. But if you want to come on, let's just talk about it, man. Now this is when the time. This is when I be wanting to. You know, you got these people that talk a lot of ish. This is when I need to find Don Miller. You know what I'm saying? I need to find Don Miller at this time, because, you know, I'm up for the shits. I want to hear the shits now. The debate over now. We can damn sure get into it now. But before then, when he kind of came on and you know, did his little dizzle, let's see, you know, he got a show coming up at 8 o'clock too. You know what I'm saying? So
G-Money.
Yes, sir. What's up, Don?
How you doing?
I'm on air. The people
Yes,
hear
sir.
you. You
Yes,
know
sir.
what I'm saying? Can you get on the live? I mean,
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes. On the line.
Okay, we'll get on the live, man. You know what I'm saying? I really would love to see you, dude. Okay, y'all heard him. He said, give him a couple minutes. How? So we're going to talk about it, man. This job finna get exciting, man. So Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, let a friend know. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, man, this finna get good. Y'all know Don Miller. Don Miller talk a lot. This man, oh, man. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to see if I can find my man, Randy Ross. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this, man, because this was a hell of a night. All right, don't y'all go nowhere, man. Don't go nowhere. I see y'all over there moving around. Don't move nowhere. I promise you, this going to get good. You know what I'm saying? This was a hell of a show. 30 seconds. Don't go nowhere.
Shining sun. Thank you for the sunshine. Okay. Sunny. Thank you for the love you brought my way. Sunny one so true. I love you.
Get straight on into it, man. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Let's bring on my two VIP guests tonight so we can talk about it. Let's do it. Let's bring on Randy Ross and my man, Don Miller.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I'm getting ready to go on my show.
I know.
At 8 o'clock p.m. So I wanted to pop in and say hey to my buddy, who's been my buddy for a long, long time. Man, I appreciate you so much, G-Money. Hey, that's Randy Ross. That's my buddy also. Randy Ross don't buy drinks. I just want everybody to know he'll invite you out and won't pay for the drinks.
You've been inviting me to have drinks for over a year. We haven't done it.
Okay.
Good to see you, Randy.
You too, sir.
So look, let's get straight on into it, man. Randy, you know what I'm saying? Just let me deal with Don because he gotta go, you know what I'm saying? So
fine.
look, you did see the debate, Don, right?
Yes,
You know
I saw it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first question is, what do you think about Sharon Rose not being there?
Well,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
and this is very important that we understand the politics of what's happening politically. I think sometimes for those of us who aren't involved in this process, and I don't think a lot of African Americans understand my history in politics. Randy, you do, of course. Shan Rose had the right not to be there. And Shan Rose did not want to be there for a number of reasons, I'm thinking. And one of the reasons is that the aggression that I saw last night was kind of unnecessary. I didn't see the aggression from Lawana Gelzer. And Lawana, I've known Lawana for a long time. I've known Regina longer than I've known any of them. And I think Shan Rose really does not have a lot of the answers. And when you put Shan Rose in between two women with a lot of the answers and understand the politics of it, then that exposes Shan Rose. And Shan she doesn't know. Shan Rose doesn't know.
You make a good point there, Don. You make a good point, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like Regina or like Lawana, they are both savvy politically, and they know that community. They know the needs of that community. Shan Rose is, I don't know if she's an activist or a politician, but whatever she is, she's not really good at it.
Right. Okay. Damn. Okay. Hey, man, I went through a lot of stuff last night. They sent a rep in there, and she come in there. She come to me and she said, "Hey, you know, I want to tell you about, the reason Shan Rose is not here." I said, "Well, who are you?" She said, "Oh, I'm a Shan Rose representative." So, but this time, Don, I'm hooking up the speakers. I said, "Well, damn, ma'am, you don't need to talk to me. You need to tell these people, room full of people, standing room only." I said, "I'm gonna give you 5 minutes of fame." So anyway, we go on, and I go on, and I go, "Hey, we got a representative from Shan Rose." So Regina yelled, "You can't do that!" And then LaWanna backs it up. "You can't do that!" So now, so to me, Don, I feel like it's just, hey man, she can come on and do a little thing or whatever. Now by that time, Regina done got the crowd into it. So now the crowd saying, get her the fuck out of here. Get out of here. We don't want to hear nothing she got to say. So now at this time, man, she couldn't touch the mic because, and I whispered in her ear, I said, "Man, maybe you might need to get up out of here."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The unfortunate part is, it goes to speak to what I just said. I interviewed Shan Rose on my show, which is a giant audience, and my co-host D'Amica Page asked her questions about the district that she could not answer. I think we as community people, citizens, people who live in these communities, we have to be able to clearly ask real questions of the people who want to represent us. And if they cannot answer those questions, they should be immediately cut off. And the fact is that Shan Rose showed up. I don't know who sent her, but she had may have done some great work from a community standpoint. But just because she's articulate and she's done some community work does not mean she understands the issues in that community. So Shan Rose, for me, to not show up and send a representative is absolutely arrogant. And I think anybody who watched that should absolutely not vote for her.
Right. Okay, y'all hear, man. I like what Don's saying, man. You know what I'm saying? They told me, now, me and you ain't seen each other, and I know you very well, but, you know what I'm saying, certain people, they told me, they say, "Well, gee, you gonna put Don on the show? He's an asshole." So I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what an asshole at right now.
No.
Right now, hold on. Right now, I like this Don.
No, G Money, you got to understand. Randy Ross, how many times have you been on my national broadcast?
Many times.
Many times. Okay, so the difference is, I think why people call me an asshole is I speak from a different perspective. I have a giant audience. I started grassroots radio myself and my friend Holly Holloman, who passed away, as you know, Greg. And I can tell you that if you're on air and you have an audience and you're not telling your audience the truth, then you're being disingenuous. The fact of the matter is, I'm good at this. I've been in. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay, I've been in this a long time. So if they call me an asshole, that's fine. But I can tell you, many people call me an asshole because I've called them out. And the fact of the matter is, I called out Daisy Lynham. I called out Reverend Bracey. I called out all of those people who took advantage of the community. And so be it. Listen, I called out Reverend Bracey when he did what he did that was anti-community. I called out Daisy Lynham when she sold South Street away to the white people for short money. And I continue to do that even though I don't live in this community, because these are people I love. So if I'm an asshole for calling like I see it, tell my pastor, Sharon Riley, at Agape Praise and Worship Center on Ivy Lane, that I'm an asshole. Tell my pastor, Reverend Frazier, tell my pastor, Reverend Frazier, that I'm an asshole. Okay?
I don't think you're an asshole.
Exactly.
I don't think you're an asshole. I think part of it is that you really do look at all sides of the coin, and that makes people sometimes a little pissed off, right?
Okay.
Well, and to add to that, you know, I've been called that up, you know, all my life. So if you call me anything other than that, I'm really gonna feel like you talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, G Money. You know, G Money. You and I go back more than 30 years, right?
Yes.
And I've seen you do great work in this community, man. And I can tell you that people, when you don't agree with people all the time, and I'm not attacking anybody. Look, I've known Regina Hill for a long time. Regina and I, even though we go back and forth, I consider Regina a friend of mine. Okay. And I know Regina said that I lied about giving her money. So I called my CFO the other day and said, can you pull those checks that I gave Regina? And I was going to post those checks on my Facebook page that I gave Regina. I helped Regina with real money first. But you know what? At the end of the day, I thought about it. That's okay. You know, Regina's got a lot going on. She's a good person. Her heart is in the right place. So why would I do that? Because we forget. I'm old. I forget a gang of things, right? I'm looking for my Ginkoba right now. Okay.
now look, speaking of this, now I want to know what's your opinion on this, because I want to make sure you dissected the show. I want to make sure you watched the show. So, you know, my opinion on this come out from LaWanna Gelzer was like, I looked at her and I said, damn, LaWanna, I don't think that's the right approach on the come out, because she come out. Y'all don't know. Did you see the come out?
Yes. Let me just say this. Listen, look. I love LaWanna, but I love their mom more. Right? Listen to me. LaWanna has run more races than Carl Lewis. Okay. Let's be clear, right? Okay. The difference is Carl won a lot. Okay. The fact is, LaWanna means well. She knows the district. She loves the district, right? And we can't be angry or upset with people who love the district. LaWanna is smart. She gets it. She's a good lady. And she and I have not agreed all the time. But the fact of the matter is, the way she came out doesn't make a difference. The fact is, I wish that both of them, Regina and LaWanna, could work together. LaWanna could be very vital and very helpful. And Randy, you know this, on somebody's team, right?
I agree.
Okay. We watch white folk grab each other and put them on the team to grow. And we win, and we don't go out and get the other smart people who may have lost the race and put them on our team. I would love to see LaWanna Gelzer on somebody's team. She's really smart. She knows the district. And more importantly, she loves the district.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, man, I don't want to keep you long, man. I want you to let the people know how can they watch your show at 8 o'clock, man.
8 p.m. Eastern time, coming up at 8 p.m. The Don Miller Show on YouTube. The Don Miller Show stream live on YouTube, on my Facebook page, of course, The Don Miller Show, thedonmillershow.com as well. My Facebook page. I got a merch store on my thedonmillershow.com. But I got a great conversation tonight interviewing a young lady from Chicago who's going to tell the story about the misinformation regarding ICE agents arresting black people and why the ICE agents are actually on the south side of Chicago. So join me 8 p.m. Eastern time, The Don Miller Show on all platforms. Thank you. Hey, G Money, I love you, bro.
Listen, but when I'm going to get my chance, bro? I mean, damn, I feel like I'm a little bitty guy. And you just stepping all over me, bro.
No, bro. I got you, man. I got you. You got to come on, man. And Randy will tell you we drank good in the studio.
Listen, you ain't saying nothing that you ain't saying nothing that I don't like to do, brother. Just
I appreciate you, boy. I love y'all. Take care, guys.
I appreciate you too, Don.
Bye.
Bye, Don.
Y'all see it, man. Y'all see it. Don Miller just gave his input, getting ready to go on his show. Man, hey, man, this is awesome. This is what I'm talking about.
I think you said it appropriately when Regina did her introduction. It was fine, but when Lawana did hers, and I've talked to people around her today and gave my feedback in a positive way, because let me tell you what word. Because there's a person writing an article about this and reached out to me for my feedback. I said, the word I would say about that room last night was passion. There was passion in the front of the room, passion in the back, and then passion in the audience. You don't really see that too many times. And listen, I worked on presidential campaigns and I've never quite seen it that heated. But I think when Lawana came out and used her time to go through the indictment, I think she wasted a lot of opportunity to tell us who she really was. And I think the audience turned on her. I mean, there were a couple of people, a gentleman that, we couldn't even control the microphones anymore. There was a gentleman that stood up in the middle of the room. I actually liked him. And I'll tell you this much. Can I call you G-Money too? Because I call you Greg.
Yeah, come on, man. Run it.
There is a gentleman that many people in that audience came up to me afterwards, and they were just so nice. And I really did feel like they were there. I think they were there though to learn more about the candidates, and the candidates went off the rails. I don't know what happened, unless it's the first time they've had an opportunity to maybe to go after each other like that. And it was impossible to stop.
They had one, like I said, the other debate, which all three of them was there, and they went at it was more or less of the same, but Shan was actually there. So I think.
Well, I mean, when they booed Shan, I'm talking the audience. I wasn't booing. When they booed Shan's representative off the stage, didn't get to say a word. I knew what we were in for.
Right. And then they passed out some flyers, and they tore up the flyers. It was a flyer of Shan was supposed to have been at some tea time thing.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can share a picture into here, but I'm going to tell you, there's only 8 people there. I honestly don't know that she would have survived. Maybe it's better she didn't come. You know why I say that? Is like Don said, I'm not sure she would have survived between the two of them. They are so that, Regina has, when I met Regina, she was 90 pounds soaking wet with little bitty blonde hair, 12, 13 years ago. I met Lawana around 10 years ago. Those are two very powerful women, right? They know their stuff. They know what they stand for. Regina has developed this amazing orator style. She almost sounds like she's taking you to church. And I don't always like that, but that audience was loving it. And that, you had an engaged audience. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, they were raising their hands in praise and saying amen and saying this. And it was almost like, where am I? What am I in? Because I've just never seen it done like that. And I got to tell you, I'm not going to tell you his name, but one of the local television producers from one of the local news stations reached out to me. And he goes, he asked me first, did Shan show up? And by the way, they were there. They were one of the stations that was there.
Well, I'll take the answer. I'll take your question. I didn't say the last. All I said was the first debate that happened. Let me get Octavia straight, because he's saying something about the last. I know Shan wasn't at the Tiger Bait. Shan ain't showed up since the first debate. I follow all this stuff too, Octavia. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one in politics anymore. I'm here, buddy. That's right. I'm here, buddy.
Well, I talked to Otavian. I actually talked to Otavian today. That he and I worked on the Stop Soto Shelter campaign along with Lawana. She was part of our process. And, nothing against either one of them. I actually thought when I asked the question about what are you going to do in the first 100 days, I thought they both pretty much had while different answers, I think they had pretty good answers. Especially, I did like Regina. I'm going to take an inventory. I'm going to find out what checks have been signed, what contracts are signed. I thought that was a pretty effective answer. I liked their answer about the downtime, because all of the bars and restaurants primarily downtown sit in District 5. So the ordinance that's in place really impacts them. The only thing we didn't get to, and I would have loved to have gotten to it, was EDC money and how that was distributed differently this year versus, I saw that Rich Black came into the room and in the back. He kind of brought me into that and my understanding of the EDC money and how it works. I would have been curious to ask Luana what she thought about EDC money. Should it be distributed equally? Or can you kind of pick and choose how much money you're giving to the different groups? Overall, though, I said to someone earlier today, I was part of a television show. I mean, it really was. It wasn't a traditional.
Hold on. I'll tell you, say I'm new in the game, but I need to see Erica. Okay, for a year. Okay, well, I've been in it for a little. If you just been in it for a year, then I might have you beat then. I might have you beat then, Octavian.
Well, Octavian, his intentions are very good. You have to give him credit for that.
Yes.
But, and he is supporting Luana, so let's keep it real like it is. In the grand scheme of things, I was. If I'm glad no cameras were on me because my eyes were probably as big as dollar bills and my mouth was down to the floor sometimes because I just couldn't believe it, the way some of the folks, especially in the audience, but the way Regina was, and Luana were yelling, I was like, man. And then I looked at, someone sent me the picture, like I said, of Shan with 8 people sitting around having coffee, and I go, she missed a good time.
Yeah. And I mean, you got to remember, that was a real tough crowd, and what people fail to realize is, and some of the cameras they didn't see, but it was like, me babysitting two sisters that just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I kept going in the middle, and I put my hand in between them. And I'm whispering on the side to Regina, come on, cut this shit out. Whisper back to the other side to Luana, cut this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were. I was thinking they were going to pull their hair.
I didn't exactly.
That's how intense it is. I've been sharing this to so many people today. Your link on the observation of the show, the live that you did, because I like I said, I've never seen anything quite like it. And yet there was something about it that reminded me, here's the thing I think you should take some credit for, G-Money, at the same time. You got over 100 people into a room that most likely will go out to vote, tell 10 people to go out to vote, because that's the only way people win this election. Whether it's Luana, Shan, or Regina, they got to get them out to vote because we both know that district has a historical low turnout.
Yes.
And I would imagine that most people came there already knowing who they were going to vote for. But I do know a couple people that came that left not sure still who they were going to vote for. They came up to me afterwards. So who knows? I mean, I know you mentioned doing a 2.0. I don't know what that looks like. I think the one thing we've got to do, if we do anything more, even if you just bring them here, we've got to learn more about what they're planning to do for the constituents of District 5. That just seemed to get lost.
We kind of got into a meeting today about it, and basically, like I said, the thing that we're looking at doing, so my people that's on live know what's going down. What we're looking at doing is having a face off, and it's going to be no audience. You can only see it on the Facebook, the Florida Rise, and then basically, and the moderator will ask the question, and then they will answer, and it's no audience. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the date right now is around it's the 27th. Right now, the 27th or the 28th. It's that Monday or that Tuesday. It's a week before you can go out and vote. That's right. It's a week before you can go out and vote. We're going to send out the invites to all the candidates. LaWanna's already kind of signed up, and she's geared to go. She's ready to go, and it's going to be a fun time, man. So hey, like I said,
I think that format idea is an excellent idea. Listen, I'm not trying to take. Listen, I don't want to take anything away from your audience because they were amazing. They really were. Right. Even though it got loud and contentious and all those things, how lucky are you that you've got that many people in District 5 that care that passionately about this race? We don't have that in District 4. I haven't seen it in any other district. And, so I think that's kind of a checkbox, good job on getting them excited.
Yes. And I got so many great compliments today, and I got a lot of emails, I got a lot of DMs, and I appreciate y'all, because without y'all there is no me. But I do know how to pack a room, I do know how to pack a party. So these are the things that I am currently known for. So but I think all the audience that came out last night, y'all did a fantastic job. Y'all got a little loud, but overall, y'all did a great job. I tell you to calm down. You calm down, and we went through the night with no bad flame thrown at anyone. So that was a plus on y'all. So y'all need to give yourself a round of applause. You know what I'm saying? So,
I will say this. I think that it's interesting that Shan had someone blanket the parking lot with her walk card. She sent somebody there. She saw value in this, but I think it was a bad look because she didn't turn up at Tiger Bay. She didn't turn up here. I know for a fact because a friend of mine that's an elected official was at another event when she was on the way to the coffee. She knew she wasn't coming to our event. Out of the courtesy to Erica and to you, I think she could have simply said, listen, I'm okay with a yes or no. I can deal with a yes or no.
Yeah.
But don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging because that's
exactly.
disrespectful.
And God worked in mysterious ways. That's why I said she thought enough to send a rep down, and her rep got just what the hell she's supposed to got. You know what I'm saying? So got her ass booed up out of there. So that's just my comment on it.
I couldn't believe it.
Right. So to Shan Rose, if you watching, don't do that anymore. I mean, I wouldn't advise that. I mean, show up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or either give an answer, yes or no. I can't hurt you. You can, and that would be the proper thing to do. But we did send out formal invites, and
I did reach out to her campaign manager.
Yes.
He recommended that I contact her, but I thought as a moderator that was inappropriate of me because I knew you guys have already extended multiple invites. And I think that, if she wanted to be there, she would be. Now, G-Money, one of the things I've learned over the years is usually the incumbent doesn't want to be in these kind of things. Even over here in our district, and Patty Sheehan and all the others, they don't want to do that because they don't think they need to be proving themselves. And I think last night, that audience, highly energized audience, proved you need to show up because we need, I watch the traction of all the candidates when it comes to social media. I mean, you've been getting so many likes on your videos. It's crazy. And I think part of it is, I don't know what you're used to getting, but it's been pretty intense. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it became amazingly, as stressful as it was, entertaining, because you had these two candidates fighting it out like they were in the middle of the street. And isn't that ironic? Your show is called On the Street.
Word on the Street. Speaking of Word on the Street, let me take a quick pay the bill. And y'all keep it locked. Don't go nowhere, man. I got Randy Ross on here, man. We talking about the follow-up. That's right. The follow-up. And we gonna get to you raw. So don't go nowhere. All right.
1955, 15 years old. The action of Rosa Parks, the words and leadership of Dr. King inspired me to get in trouble, what I call good trouble, necessary trouble.
This reminds me of my days as a child. Ready, set, go. The community of Griffin Park has been displaced. Where are they? Paramore is only 1.4 square miles. We were 20,000 strong. We less than 4,500. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Gentrification is what I see it. You call it revitalization. 2, Superfund site, the worst of the worst. 454 contaminated lots. We have one of the highest asthma rates in the country. This is downtown Orlando, Florida.
But my philosophy is very simple. When you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, say something, do something. Get in trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble.
Okay, y'all see it, man. LaWanna Gelzer. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it, man. So, hey, Randy, man, you did a great job at the moderation. You know, and also Sheena Rowe did a great job.
I really enjoyed working with her. She's a very talented person, and she has a lot of gifts, and she did a great prayer to kick it all off. And you know, we just weren't sure. We were obviously talking often during the thing, like, what do we do? How do we calm this down? Because we didn't know what exactly to do, because it was getting, especially the folks from the back, they were just ready to engage. And but the thing was, the candidates were ready to engage back. So the energy was being transferred into the crowd in between, which was, you know, pretty, like I said, never seen anything like it. But it's not a bad thing. I think we need more soapbox conversations like that, right? We need more people, you know, and I think for Regina, it was the first time that I've seen since she filed to run that she kind of fought back a little bit. You know, she's had to be kind of reserved because of what's going on, et cetera. And I think that she decided, I'm not doing that tonight. And, you know, therefore, and it was so funny because LaWanna, and I've seen her at so many meetings, she talks with her eyes and her face, right? So she would look at us sometime like, you know, aren't you going to do something? And it was like, even when I would talk into the microphone, it was just impossible to get their attention. And I'm laughing because, you know, I think it was pretty special. I wish more people had gotten, you know, I wish the media had reported more on the audience.
I thought that too. The audience was a little, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we went to the crowd. Some of these people that asked questions, shout out to Timothy Green, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing. He tried the best he could. Some of these people that asked some of these questions, like I said, it just, you know, I'm zero tolerance. So it took a long time for them to get to the question. You know, some of them had personal things that they wanted to get out on, you know, get off their chest. They had personal things like the one girl with the rent going up on affordable houses. It's a study, you know, starting here and it's, you know, boom, every month it's twinkling up. So those people had personal things.
I didn't dislike what she said because she actually brought up something to my attention. Listen, I only live 1.5 miles from that community center. So that means that somewhere around there is where Paramore Oaks is, et cetera. And what I appreciated was that she was sharing something with me, $300 for a one bedroom to $900, $900 to $1,200, $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment. that was important information, I thought, for us to learn. I also thought it was interesting to learn about these 10 houses or something that's around there that aren't finished. You know, that, you know, you can only make so much money and you got to put this in, you got to put that in. And why aren't I think that's a great question for Interim Commissioner Shan Rose. Why aren't those houses finished? Why can't people buy them or live in them, of course, because they're not finished? I thought those were good points. And I think that even though I thought she went after Regina a little hard, I get why she did, because she got evicted, yet she got it reversed, you know? And
speaking of that, man, won't we just, you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of guy, man, I just try to reach out to him and call him and, you know what I'm saying, just have a down to earth conversation with him. This is what we do on Word on the Streets, Randy. If you don't know, you know what I'm saying, we'll pick up the phone and just call you. I mean, this is how we do it. If you answer, you answer. If you don't, you don't. I mean,
oh no.
Hey, Lawana Gelzer, how you doing?
Well, I'm a human being and I am doing quite well.
Okay, well, I hope I ain't catch you at a bad time. I hope you ain't in the shower or nothing. And, you know, we just called to talk to you about the follow-up of the debate last night. And I want to tell you, you did a great job. So first of all, let me explain. You did an excellent job.
I agree.
Last night, for one thing, I want to give you kudos to you showed up. For another thing, I want to give to you, you held your composure in the room and you did a wonderful job.
Okay, well, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know that, but I don't know any other way. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I don't know anything else to do. That's my upbringing. That's who I am. It's my faith. But, I mean, what I saw last night is an indication of somebody burning out or the truth being told. That's them. They have to answer to God. They have to answer to their constituents. I'm going to be who I am. And I've been a part of corporate America for a long time. And I'll say this. That last night was just a true indication of somebody who might mean well, but they need to deal with some other issues. Lawana Gelzer will always be professional and do the right thing. That's who I am. I can't change who I am, and I will not be apologetic about it.
Right. Okay.
Lawana, one of the questions that I wanted to ask last night, but we just ran out of time because between the passion in the front of the room and passion in the back, the audience was so inspired, it really became kind of, impossible. But the EDC money, you know how it's divided out to all the neighborhoods. And this time it was divided out differently based on which districts it sounds like Shan had a better relationship with. If you had that same EDC money, because I believe you have a lot to do with how that money gets distributed, how would you distribute it?
Unfairly, and I would start with the surrounding organizations. One thing I have purchased with one of my grants, and it's coming in, is a noise monitor to measure the noise, the impact of the noise. Because noise pollution is serious in communities like Paramore, where you got the arenas, you got the soccer stadium, you got all of the things that happen. So we're impacted differently. So it would go first to the surrounding neighborhood associations that need that money. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I would never ever give it to a political ballot harvester like Shaniqua did. But you got to be honest. You got to look at how Regina gave out the money. She skipped over organizations or businesses or community neighborhood associations that support her. So I don't think it should be the discretion of only the commissioner. I think it should be a task force or a group of people making a better decision that would be more impactful. That's too much to put in one person's head, and it's not even enough money. It's crumbs. If you're making $75 million on a project or upwards to $100 million that's coming to our community, then that should be at least $500,000 or $1 million. So right there, that's right there I have a problem with. how we're even being compensated for what is happening to our community.
Okay, Luana. Now, question that I have. Okay, I want to know, how do you feel? How do you feel like you did last night? How do you feel you did last night? First, that's what I was getting around to ask you.
I answered the questions. All of that other stuff, all of those accusations, that's not me.
Right.
And they had nothing to do with answering the question. It was about crash and burn for somebody. It was unprofessional, and it is what it is. That's my opinion. People could disagree with me. I saw somebody like trying to say, "Oh, I'm hitting." I never reached at you. You snatched the microphone from me. You cut me off. You go back and look at it. Everything. I answered the questions. When somebody else was questioning me, or when I was talking, I was being cut off. That's the person you need to see for who they are. So I was respectful, and so yes, I answered the question, and I despite your cheerleading squad, because I was a cheerleading coach, so I know what's going on. Come on, Randy. I know you and Regina got a good relationship, and I know Sheila Mead, Florida Rise, endorsed Shaniqua. So I knew that walking in, and I walked in there because it does not matter about who's supporting who or who is
wait, Luana.
Let me finish, Randy. I
Let
said it doesn't matter. I didn't say you endorsed her. I said y'all have a relationship. Let me finish. I said I walked in no matter what, because I came to let the people hear what I'm able to do and what I have done. Period. So it didn't matter to me who was at the monitor or who was going to be the monitor. It didn't matter. What I wanted to make sure is that if you ever do anything else and you have an audience like that, we shouldn't have to have security. We shouldn't have to have that. It was an embarrassment that people would act that way. You can show your support and be more professional. Okay. Now that I had a problem with.
I just want to go back on that. I just want to let you know I thought I was very fair with you. And I don't think that's fair for you to. I mean, yeah, there's no secret. I volunteered on her campaign, but I've also known you a very long time.
I didn't question you. I said I walked in knowing that, and I had no problem. Listen to what I said, Randy. I said I knew y'all had a relationship. I didn't have a problem. I said I knew Florida Riser had endorsed Shaniqua. Y'all call her Shan. I call her Shaniqua. It didn't matter. Right. It didn't matter. I still showed up to answer the question and do what I needed to do.
G-Money, I will say this. I think it was easier to moderate with, and I would tell Regina this if she was on the phone. It was a bit easier.
We're gonna call Regina right after this. I mean,
yeah, it was a bit easier because I think Luana tended to look to us to try to help and guide that conversation when it was going awry. But the audience, again, I think, Luana, you'll agree with me, the audience, their passion took over and listen, I didn't really feel like we were in a debate.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't look to you. I was trying to hear you over the audience. You can be passionate, but you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be You don't have to yell and scream to get your message across. So whatever your interpretation was, it didn't matter to me who they were in the room. Passion is not being unprofessional. And if they consider that the same, that's them. They need to go and look at the definition of what passion is and what being rude and unprofessional is. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that.
And so it didn't matter to me about that. I was never going to give into that. I mean, it was like, okay, I'm not going to be rattled by that because I have been in worse situations and I've learned how to negotiate and do what needs to be done to get the job done. And so it showed my level of professionalism. And that's all I've heard the entire day and even last night. Thank you, Luana, for not going into that. You can't rile me like that. Right. I have had people yell and threaten me with arrest, even our mayor. And I just looked at him like, really? What law rules have I broken? I won't be intimidated by that. That don't work for me. So when people try to say, oh, she just an angry black woman, I always respond by saying, no, I'm not an angry black woman. I'm a black woman who's well informed, that's angry about the situation. Know the difference.
Okay.
I don't like what's going on in my community, and it's a third world country. And so, Randy, if you ever want to get the tour that I've given to people from all over this country and other countries, I would be glad to let you see it through the eyes of the community, because that's what people need to go to. And the gentleman that came up to me, I don't remember his name, but about baseball, he was describing gentrification, but he did not understand when we were saying that terminology, what it meant. So I gave him the definition of gentrification. He said, oh my God, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So
Well, I mean, one of the
community.
one of the responses that Luana gave last night was very new to me, and that was, listen, I've lived here since '93. That under I-4 stuff has always been an issue. I did not realize that one of the challenges, Luana, that they're having might be an environmental issue with under I-4. Do you want to expand upon that a little bit?
Okay, my first EPA grant that I got back in 2018, they kind of running together. I'm getting a little young here. Was to monitor the air quality in Paramount, Mercy Drive, and Holden Heights. So we were looking at what was going on the I-4. I know that the CRA spent $1 million to do a study to do basketball courts and everything under I-4. I called one station, Channel 6 News, and I said, y'all can't do that because the air is not safe. And y'all go pay for medical bills. So once again, the air quality, that's the grant that I have currently now, measuring the air quality in 14 communities. You got to understand, I would not have received the grant if we did not provide them with the proper data showing we could collect the information and the monitors. So Randy, when you ever want to come see one of the $50,000 monitor that I have at our Resilience Hub, come on by and see it. We are measuring the air daily. And we have community scientists get $17 to $27 an hour to do the work. I've written that in. That's when I say I've hired people. I have hired people. We are doing what we need to do. So I'm clearly going to tell you, air quality is a problem in urban communities, and especially when you have I-4s.
Okay, Luana, I got Rashawn Page Moore. She said, I love Luana, but starting to read off Regina thoughts at the introduction was something the community didn't need.
Once again, I done heard that about 5 times. I'm running for office. My team didn't have a problem. If you didn't like it, I've heard you. You will not come in and run for office, put your money there, and go and expose yourself to that. That's not going to change what I said, because people need to know right now 7 felonies is what Regina is going to have to face. Regina needs to just say that. She has got a hearing on October 24th. She's got a trial that's sometime in January, February. People need to know the truth. You have not been exonerated from anything other than the DCL. So if you will tell the truth, so you can say whatever you want to say, Ms. Payne, I heard you, but I don't have to agree with you. And like my team said, we will file with what we decided to do. And if the audience didn't like it, make your decision on what you didn't like. That's it.
Okay, CO Hope says, I can assure you all this is facts, what she is speaking. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's saying what you speaking facts, Luana. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's been great, Luana, and I feel like both of y'all, did an excellent job. I want to leave a little space because we just hanging out and we having a conversation. We glad you picked up. I'm gonna call, Regina right after this call and see if she'll pick up.
And hopefully next time When I offer the olive branch, I always do, because that's how I am, to shake your hand and whatever. She didn't shake it at the Tiger Bay, and she didn't do it this time. I'm fine with that. That's a reflection on you. I don't have anything personal against Regina. She can say whatever she wants to, but I end by saying this. Check your records. I had a civil suit that the person filed. I don't have felony charges that I'm facing. And you can talk about my finances all you want, but you failed to mention that I could afford an $800,000 home. And I made a decision to keep 4 homes and let one go. I'm not embarrassed to say that. That's called business. That's using who you are. I'm not going to be apologetic for being a businesswoman.
Okay.
I'm not going to apologize to anybody. I work very hard. I come from a business, so put that in, and I will take that to City Hall, and I'll make sure we're not just getting crumbs, but we're getting the money that we should have receiving all along. That's why I have a skill set of negotiation. I don't always agree, and I've said it over and over again, with everything that the city has done, but I'm not down on all the time. So I don't always disagree, but when I do, I've done my research, and I can see what the outcomes, and they're not good outcomes for the people it's supposed to help. And as LaWanda Gelzer, I will always stand up for justice and for the voiceless. I will never apologize for that.
Okay, you got Hope. He say, LaWanda did put that money up for the air test, and I can assure you that is a fact. I guess So he's standing behind you. So LaWanda.
I don't know which hope this is, and I know a couple of hopes, but I appreciate everybody. I appreciate that. That grant is available. People can go and look at it. I have a dashboard to see what we're doing. But I welcome everyone. Everybody gets my emails when we have community meetings. Whether you agree with me or not, I just want people to come and learn for themselves.
Okay, LaWanda, we appreciate
That's it.
We appreciate LaWanda Gelzer.
Thank you.
You know
Thank you.
We appreciate you, LaWanda. We're gonna be calling you
Thank
back
you.
because we are setting up something where we may have I'm gonna try to tell you the 27th, but it's gonna be no crowd. It'll just be the candidates and a moderator. So we are setting that up, and we're looking at doing that around the 27th or a week before the November the 4th. So we want to give people a last chance to really see what the people. And then we want to eliminate the crowd. If you want to watch it, you can watch it on what you're watching it on now. You can watch it on Florida Rising. You can watch it on YouTube. I have many streams of ways you can watch it and really hear. So y'all got to stay tuned to this here, man. So we may have one more before it's all over. So you will have a chance, and we're going to send out letters to Shan Rose. We're going to send out letters to Commissioner Regina Hill. We're going to send out letters to LaWanda, as well. So, and it's going to be, like I said, no audience. You can only see it on the Facebook and the YouTube and the Instagram. So LaWanda, we appreciate you. Let me make my next call. So I love you.
All right, appreciate it. Have a blessed day, everybody.
You too.
Okay, man, y'all heard it from LaWanda Gelzer, man. So, hey, man, I told y'all this is what we do, man. I can't make this up, man. Randy, I can't make this up. Let me see if I can find Erica. Erica was somewhere back there in the backstage. Okay, Erica, are you in the back? Erica? Okay, I guess she's asleep. Okay, well.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. We
I didn't know.
We don't see your picture.
Sorry. I didn't mean to yell if I startled anybody. I didn't mean to yell, but I was trying to say, I'm here.
Okay, a couple of comments came in. And,
yeah, well, not even a couple. A lot. I'm not going to go through all of them because I know you got to make the next call. CEO Hope. LaWanda did put that money up for the air testing. Yeah. I know you caught it. I gotta run through them real quick, G. But I also gotta say, just so everybody knows, she's the one that has a whole documentary on. Listen,
Hold on,
I'm gonna be short-winded.
Let me stop you. David Stone, bro. I see you on here. You need to give me a call, bro. Hey, boy, look like you stole my little man. You stole my little moderator, man. I need for you to holler at me. You know what I'm saying? They thinking that I put that up. I didn't do that, David. You need to call me, man. And if you need the number, you know what I'm saying? Let me put the number up so you can see, man. Cause you gotta. I don't know, man. They, just holler at me, man. Cause they thinking I done that, and I didn't do that. Yes, I do have that.
We don't call imitation flattery. It's not flattering.
Right,
but that's
right.
Erica speaking. That's not G. That's not word on the streets. But I don't believe in that. Imitation is the purest form of flattery. I don't believe in that.
Right,
anyway,
right. But see, I may personally know this guy, David. So I'm gonna just say, David, give me a call because I you know what I'm saying. So that way we.
Yeah, I just gotta run through these comments so you can make the next call because we need to do that before we run out of time. Okay.
You might have to skip them, Erica, because I gotta make the call. I ain't gonna. Get to anything that's good on there. If anything good, you know what I'm saying. Other than that, everybody else on Facebook, they can see it anyway.
Yeah, everybody else is basically saying they know that LaWanna is passionate and she knows her stuff. Let's start with that part. Nobody can contest that. Nobody. And I know, G, you agree with me, and I'm sure Randy, you would agree. She's passionate and she knows her stuff.
Yes.
So everything is separate and aside from that.
Before you make that call, I just want to give Erica a shout out. She's been so great to work with, G. I mean, just amazing.
I like that, man. Hey, man, I put my phone number up with my dude, David Stone, man. You know what I'm saying? But don't call me now, David. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to answer.
Yeah. And G, don't forget, you're doing your little podcast.
Right. Exactly.
That got the city on fire.
Hey, don't yank my chain, please. Don't yank my chain, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't yank my chain. But anyway, David, don't give me a call, like I said, when the show is over. Anyway, I'm finna make my next phone call because I told y'all, man, this how we do it, man. We just down to earth. We don't believe in, jumping all out, going different ways. We just make the phone call, man. You know what I'm saying? If they answer,
but wait a minute, G. I'm sorry.
Oh, let me take Eric off because I ain't gonna have no interruptions. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna do it. Hello, how you doing? Mr. Gina, how you doing?
Oh man, just getting off the campaign trail, knocking on doors.
Okay. That's
hold on.
Okay, she hung up on me. Y'all heard that beat? She hung up on me. So
I don't think she meant to. She said, "Hold on," and I think.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she meant to neither. To be honest. But anyway, let me see if I can bring Erica back on, and we might catch up, and she might call me back. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let me bring her back. Read anything that's on there important, Erica, if we got anything on the timeline.
Yeah, I do have something important. Did you bring me back or no?
Yeah, you back on here.
Oh, okay, perfect. David Stone said, what time are you ending this so I can go after?
Oh, but hey, if you sit on
your stole all our stuff.
No, don't do that, Erica. Don't do that. If you sit on your couch, you know what I'm saying, come and get your pointers now. I see you trying to, you know what I'm saying, you looking like a G Money, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you some pointers, and that's how we gonna, because I don't wanna say that you're a mini me or you're doing it like me, like what Erica's insinuating. I know you, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind helping out anybody podcast because, you know what I'm saying? The more you extend your hand and for other people to grow, the bigger you become. So that's why I say I'm doing my thing and I don't never mind another brother doing his thing. I definitely shout them out. I tell the people when to plug them, the whole 9 yards. I will help you. I will help you. Anyway, moving right along, I see a couple comments came in.
Yeah, the last one that I saw that's very important to me, it says, G, you can't be interrupting Erica. And that's from Rashawn Page. And I believe fully in that one.
Okay, Rashawn, we like you now. Don't get on the bad side of us. You know what I'm saying? we like you, but you know, my daughter did show me how to block somebody. You know what I'm saying? I never knew how to block nobody, but my daughter did show me how to block somebody.
Do you know a Dion Turner?
Oh, that's Dion. Dion, that's like sus, man. Yes, I know Dion.
Okay,
you know
well, she had a question, but LaWanna is no longer on. I can read it, but LaWanna can't answer it. But you want me to read it or no?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay.
Regina
I
just
have
came
a
on
question
and said,
for.
she said, you can
okay.
call. Can you call me? All right, I'm gonna call Regina right after that. Go ahead.
Okay. I have a question for her. Can she explain why she thinks the people are not getting her voted into the seat? I don't think anybody has an answer for that. I think that was a question for LaWanna, but she sent another one, and when I saw Turner, but okay, go ahead and call.
Okay.
We'll come back to that, Dion. Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this call. Y'all bear with me, man. You know.
607.
Okay. Let me try back again.
She might be in a dead area. I mean, like.
I doubt that.
All right, my phone. Yeah, my phone died.
Commissioner!
Well, hello, Randy Rose, Mr. Turner, and Erica, and the two. A time was had. A time was had.
Time was had. Yes, it was. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was. It definitely was a time, man. But we're gonna start this thing off real quick. You live on the air, and like I said, I want to first tell you, you did you know what I'm saying, excellent job last night, and I appreciate you for showing up. That's what I want to say off the dribble. I appreciate you for showing up, and you did an excellent job. And and so we want to see more, and we know you got a lot of work to do because you definitely have been boots on the ground. Real quick, that I want to know, you know what I'm saying, as far as, and I'm gonna just say, because I don't feel like the first 100 days was brought out by you last night, because they somehow a lot of interruptions was going on, so I didn't hear that one.
Well, just go back. I don't feel like repeating it. I think I explained my first 100 days, and it's really to focus on the incompleted projects that has not been done, the projects that's underway, and how those funds are being utilized, and small business being included in the community impact. Those are some of the things, completing those 10 homes that have been lying dormant, what people can purchase. That's why we build them, with that $150 incentive right there in Paramore. Beautiful homes. Matter of fact, the first subset, Shan was able to run to the front of the line and grab one before anybody in Paramore, anywhere else in the city. So, matter of fact, two of them are 2 doors from her, and to be able to ride by that for at least, it was about a year before we was able to build them, and then a year in the way because the contractor had a stroke and had to retire. So then it took an additional 6 months to get new contractors. And so for the last 18 months, they have laid almost 18 months under her leadership, just dormant and incompleted when they were already 3/4 the way completed. Imagine walking out of your front door where she lives on Short Street, And to see these abandoned, half-built homes under your leadership and under the city's leadership, they need to be completed so people can live, thrive, and build equity and wealth in those homes, and be able to bring their children, where every child in Paramore, through my leadership and partnership with Harris Rosen, go to college free. You know, those are the things people don't talk about, right? How I was able to, prior to me coming into office, when we started talking about education, I get the ecosystem, what have you, but children wasn't even getting a solid education, and parents wasn't able to go to student and parent-teacher meetings because those children was bused out of Paramore into 9 different schools outside of their neighborhood. And by that, I was able to negotiate and trade land that I had intended on building affordable houses down on Odie Street, which is now the A school, and they gave us Grand Avenue, in which I converted to a regional recreation center. Commissioner Burns wasn't in office, Ings was, and he didn't want anything to do with it, so I had to carry that on my back. Then bring Valencia Community College and UCF right down the sidewalk there in our neighborhood, where in a vocational training center with Valencia, where the city gives you stipends, and if you're a city resident and at a certain level of income, a lack of skill sets, you go and get those things for free. Every child that's in Paramore, if they go through the Valencia, they automatically go to Valencia has in their community action pack where they have to give a certain percentage decrease to students in Paramore because they're on land in Paramore. And I was able to work with them on this, a lower percentage of their tuition, free books. We have a Valencia UCF Paramore engagement where there's Paramore leaders that I helped create this board, and they sit on that board and help UCF and Valencia make decisions on what is fair and equitable, even to this day, with outreach to the Paramore community. EA does the same way. It's in a contract that they have to commit so much time to the Paramore community and Jones High School.
G-Money, if you don't mind, I want to ask the same question that we got to ask Lawana about EDC.
But I do want to say this, Randy, prior to that, is that, look, I always show up. I've showed up for 4 cycles, no matter how tough it is or what have you, or what type of controversial issue they create for me prior to elections such as this. I've always shown up. I showed up in 2012 running for office when they said I had been arrested 21 times, but they never talked about me getting up 22 and then going on to become a nurse.
Yes, we did. We said everybody deserves a 20-second chance.
All right. And win overwhelmingly by a dynasty called the Linums. And then go and win against 10 opponents the second time, and then beat Sharon Rose by 73%. And I always walk in a room with a cloud over my head and people feeling like I'm not good enough, but I still show up. So I don't want to hear that about showing up just because you thought it might be adversary. Every time I show up in these rooms, I already have a stigma, but I show up and I move forward for the people. So there's no comparison.
Hold on, Randy. Let me say this, Regina. Now, this what I got all day. People was calling me saying, "Gee, you know what I'm saying? Who is Cecil?" I know who Cecil is, but let the people out there know, Regina. You know what I'm saying? Because that speech that you gave for the opening, it really was like dynamite. You know what I'm saying? Like dynamite. So you say let Cecil.
Caesar.
Caesar,
yeah. Caesar was the one that stole. He was a Roman that stole from the people.
Right. Exactly. That's what I got all day today. They loved it. So. But go ahead.
I
just want.
Go ahead, Randy. Go ahead.
I want to ask the commissioner.
Before you go, Randy. Because I had this question already up. Erica, can you read what Cecil Hope what Cecil said.
And this person is CEO Hope. Regina, I'm doing a cold read. Commissioner Hill, excuse me. I'm doing a cold read. Question for, I'm just going to replace that with Commissioner Hill. Can you share with us how she feels about a Black woman who has stood behind so many elected officials, but now they disappeared? I'm asking this because I personally hate the fact that we didn't flip this state upside down, and I was a FDLE first to the press conference. And the person's name that wrote that question, that's not my question, who wrote that question was CEO Hope.
Do you understand the question?
Yeah. I understand, Pick Line. The way Erica read it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. It was tough. That's what I was like.
I get what he's trying to say. I get what he's trying to say. I'll tell you this. Well, you don't have to defend. You're asking me a question. I need to be the defender. Right. You're just the reader.
But it was a cold read. I'm just kidding with you. I don't want people to think I can't read. So.
No, well, you got to be able to take a joke if you're in these politics streets. Listen. So this is what my summation is. It's in life. I'm not trying to look to the left or right or who's standing or who left me. I see people. I see who's there and constantly been there with an encouraging word or prayer. And then there's some people that has been just encouraging from afar, that's praying for me, that I'll never see their faces and know their names. But I feel encouraged that there's such a strength that has undergirded me, that it has to be spiritual and it has to be God and those that are standing with me, that might be in front, might be in the back, I might not see, but I feel them, because what was supposed to break me has built me. And that's the best I can answer that with.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, man.
Can I ask my question now? Can I ask my question?
Let Greg ask his question.
I wanted to ask this last night, but we just ran out of time. There was just so much passion in that room, from the front to the back to the middle. So listen, EDC money comes in. You know this better than anybody because I've watched you hand out checks before.
Well, I created it.
Oh, you did?
Never had been done before.
Tell us how you feel. The interim commissioner decided to change the amounts that every community impacted by EDC got. Luana, in her segment that we talked with her a little earlier, she feels that more money should be brought in from the EDC to give out to the communities. Tell us what you would do when you get back with this EDC money.
Well, I'll do, because I am God gave me that vision, and I went to EDC and the venues, and probably about 6 years ago was able to do some type of community give back. And how it was divided amongst, because it's Camping World Stadium in West Lakes, it was divided amongst, originally amongst the people within that footprint. And then there was some advocacy from some of the HOAs in Paramore. And I made the decision and spoke with EDC folks, and the new contract read that we can include the Paramore footprint, because they're impacted not just by noise, it's by litter, it's by vagrancy, it's a host of things. People parking in their cars, people urinating and defecating in their yards and things of that nature. Not being able to get access because of the cars. People kind of stoned or whatever. But nevertheless, they were very gracious. And yes, it wasn't okay what these folks probably make. She said they make $75 million. Well, for over 50 years, nobody got nothing from out of that stadium for the community. Right. So instead of celebrating a win and continue to work with them and win, you want to just tear the house down and say, and see, that's the difference between me and Lawana Gelzer. Is I don't want to go throw a Molotov cocktail inside of the venues or inside of City Hall and burn the whole thing down and be the Lord over ashes. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the commissioner over ashes and beat myself on the chest and say, I burned this MF down. Look at them damn flames. Wow. You know, no. I like to go be a conduit of good energy to where I might not come with it all, the whole kitty this time for the people, but I'm gonna keep going back. And if we build these relationships and show them their return of investment and how this is building relationships within the community, and there's a layer of tolerance, but of progress, because they can do certain things with those funds. It happens. And then prior to my being suspended, because each one of them got a little bit less, those HOAs and a few nonprofits, and the schools within there was Orange Center, Boys and Girls Club, and Jones High. I included them. And I was able to get more funding. Now, with the more funding, I think they gave them 15,000 more. I was trying to get 50,000 more, but you know, because of Shan Rose's lack of not really knowing how to get things done, that's what they told her they would give her, and she was happy with it. I never would have been happy with that because I know what was promised, and so nor could it have happened. So she did give certain HOAs that she felt like she supported them with the stipulation I heard allegedly that she said, now, you know, I'm gonna be looking for y'all votes during the election. That is not proper. She always continued to do things under her city commissioner guys that isn't not just politically correct, but illegal. And no one's calling her out on it. It's illegal to use taxpayer dollars for campaign purposes. What has came to light, and is no big secret, the same star witness that is the star witness against me, that happened to be Shan Rose's campaign a strategist and political consultant, Sandra Lewis. She paid $4,500 to out of those EDC funds, and they was not supposed to be out of the foot given to her nonprofit, Ebony Beauty Academy. It was not supposed to be allocated anywhere out of Paramore and the West Lakes community. No matter how she sliced and diced it, she did not give Sunset their fair shot of money. She did not do it evenly, like I usually have distributed, so that there will be no one saying, I like this one more than the other one, or this deserve more. Everybody outside of the nonprofits got things equally under my leadership. Now, she gave that money to Ebony Beauty Academy that has not been in existence since the early 2000s.
Wow.
And so that was gave good dollars to her campaign manager for a beauty school that was later found to be a political office. We found that out under deposition. You can pull up the records yourself.
Yeah.
So, and she said she worked for Shan Rose in her office, and it was later found out by Channel 9 that she had never shown up to work ever but one time and had been getting paid taxpayers' dollars for a whole year. So I know that's a long-winded answer, Randy, but it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah. I agree on that. I mean,
so there you have that, you know, and people making these people the darlings of District 5, and they are both in cahoots together. They're in cahoots with the takedown of Regina Hill, and they are corrupt. And as far as Lawanza, now, you never would have known Lawanza had lost a home that she tried to save for 5 years. She didn't just make a business decision. They told her, it's time to damn go. If you don't go now, we moving you out. She held on to the very end.
Regina, what did you think about the crowd's interaction with you last night?
Well, and for her to call voters, I heard what I was on the line a few moments ago, and to call voters unprofessional and raunchous and criticizing the voters again tonight because it wasn't they didn't want to hear what you had to say, especially if it was contentious. They came to hear about how you're going to make changes. What are you going to do for us? Not to talk about another person. But I thought it very eerie that she never mentioned Shannon Rose's name. She just targeted me. Right. Maybe because she think I'm the front runner, or never even mentioned that she didn't show up, or for 3 debates thus far. Never mentioned that, but study want to talk about indictment. You can indict a ham sandwich. I'm going to be vindicated. I have always proclaimed my innocence. I have not ran away from it. But like any person, I am not going saying, "Why I haven't talked about this?" Well, why should I pay a lawyer and then defend myself in public? Right. That doesn't make much sense when you're facing the type of charges that Shannon Rose, LaWanna Gezer, my aide, and Sandra Lewis, and a few other bad players concocted to get me out of office. So no, I'm not going to plead my case in the court of the streets of District 5 or the city of Orlando. I will do it in the court of the 9th Judicial Circuit. So right now I don't owe, but what I can say is I'm innocent. Right. And I'll wait for it. And I'll wait for the truth. Now, so I don't think it was proper. I think that was unprofessional. No matter how much my voters might be discussed, they were very disappointed when I first was suspended. I didn't go out there and say, "Hey, look, y'all, look what all I did for y'all. I gave y'all all this and I did this. I worked out." No, people have a right to feel how they feel and be passionate. The only thing you can do is try to prove who you are and what you want to do for the greater interest and good of the people. And for her to come on your podcast and once again kick the people in their mouth and saying you're crazy, look how you didn't clap for me. Well, news alert. She's ran for 23 years and have won nothing. They never supported her.
Right. Now tell me.
I mean, she's a statistician. The stats read that. I'm not saying that.
Was you surprised, Regina, from the opening statement? Was you?
Oh no, I knew she was gonna come with that. I mean, they all do. They talk about integrity matters, but here it is: you're being sued by your last campaign manager for $31,000 because you took her money, used her goods and services, and didn't want to pay. And you paid, and she paid with nonprofit money. That's illegal. You cannot pay anything political with the money from a nonprofit. The receipts are there. The boy exposed that the other night on his podcast, on his live, David Stone. He brought receipts. I didn't know any of this. Here it is, we thinking that LaWanna doo-doo don't stink all these years. And she's been robbing the goddamn kitty cat.
Yeah, I told David Stone to give me a call because, like I said, he put up a photo. And
they say she took $100,000 from the HIV resource grant that she got and purchased that big old home over in Palma Vista. Maybe that's why God took it eventually. There's no minute, that's pretty low to take from those afflicted with AIDS and HIV for your own selfish greed.
If there was one thing you didn't get to say last night, that you could say, what would that be?
What would that be? I just want to thank everyone for coming out. We didn't get to close. Yeah. And I wanted to remind them about from downtown to Paramore to Mercy Drive to Orange Center to Southwest Orlando. I don't have to talk about the work that I've done and that we've done together and my advocacy and showing up consistently and how youth programs and senior programs and urban farms and greater infrastructure. I mean, you remember, Greg, used to ride down Raleigh Road and you might bust a transmission. Now it's a smooth road, wide sidewalks. Sidewalks. I got a $17 million project underway over at Harrison Estates. They've never had sidewalks in over the 150 years that the city has been in existence. All type of rehab. Started the roofing program. Started the Blueprint 2.0, which is now the RISE program, which gives felons and homeless and those that need new skill set jobs and education. I helped bring Operation New Hope here to the downtown Orlando to help returning citizens reacclimate to society with skills and services. CBI, I brought that all the way from Oakland, California, with great help of Desmond Meade, Miles Moraine, there a host of people, King Supreme, and now you see gun violence going down and murders going down. That Sharon Rose tried to take credit for all my work. Okay, not gonna let it happen. Came underneath my watch. I put in the work. I made promises, and that I still so much work to be done because I know what's on the books.
Yes.
And I know what's in the contracts.
Right.
So I want to complete those things, and I just thank everybody for standing with me and standing for me and protecting me underneath the fire because I haven't had to say much. This last month after all this smut and smear, which has been awful, and they've all allowed it. Shan got her group where she's paying, and the ones together got the Pulse and Justice family. Some renegade radicals that has been after me for 2 years. So that's her little group, and so they want to throw rocks. But one thing about me, I say it right to your face.
And Randy, let me say this, and we
and this is not smear. I'm just telling my truth today.
Yeah.
And I did not holler like a banshee last night. I was very cordial. So to say that one candidate was, rewind the tape. You didn't see me coming out.
No, you definitely took that audience. You took that audience to church. You did take that audience to church.
But Randy, and this is what I want to say. We even during the times that when Regina, a year ago was going through it, we still, for all the work that she's done, we honored her on a stage and gave at a award show that I did put together and gave Regina an award because of all the accomplishments that she's done with Mercer Drive, Paramore. The list is so long. So we honored her among with about 20 other people, but she was one of the ones that we honored, and we appreciated her for what she's done in the community as a commissioner. So
it's hard. It's hard. She said it last night, and I'll just reiterate it. And I'm not sitting here choosing sides at this point, but there's no secret that I do applaud the work that the commissioner has done. It's hard to deny the work.
Yes.
Really hard to work.
Yes, good. Yes, because one thing you can't take away from a person of what they've done. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away. And like I said,
all right, guys. I've been like I said, knocking on doors all day, but I wanted to tune in, and I finally was able to do a decent rebuttal, so I'm okay now.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you.
Appreciate you. We appreciate you for coming on. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Gina. Okay. Yes. Okay. Randy, and like I said, we definitely did our part. Erica, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
So now that you heard from both of the candidates that showed up, G-Money, and they obviously both have qualities. I don't think we're trying to say that. Where is your head sitting in this whole process?
Well, my head is sitting like this. The people still, the people still want one more last hear from, from both of them, from all three of them. They really want, because it's time to vote on November the 4th. So we want to clear all the smoke, and I think the platform that needs to be put out there is another platform with no audience, and then the moderator and the candidates. So we're gonna send letters out to all three of them once again. You know what I'm saying? Sharon Rose. We're gonna send Regina Hill and LaWanda Gelser, and invite them to a sit down, and people all over the Facebook, the YouTube, the Instagram. You will be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? On this platform, you'll be able to see it on Florida Rising. You'll be able to see it on YouTube, WODS Live. So the platform is going to be extended once again to these to all three candidates, and for the people to hear just one last sit down. So they're for sure on what questions they may want to be answered. So I'm gonna give it to them. And this is what we're doing. So my people that's watching, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to give me a thumbs up on it, tell me how y'all feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how y'all feel about it. Rashawn Page Moore, you know what I'm saying? So let me know. Apple of the King's Eye, let me know.
I just want to remind you, congratulations on a passionate event. That's the word I keep using, passionate. It was inspired. I think, like I said, my eyes were really big and my mouth was almost to the floor a couple of times. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I actually thought you made a very valid point, though. I think that if LaWanda revises her intro and gets back to the 2-minute elevator speech that she would tell somebody on, if she was, here's why I'm running. I think people will respond a little differently than they did last night. But I think as soon as she gave her introduction, and this, I would say this to her if she was on the phone right now. As soon as she gave that introduction, it really just went the other direction. And even you, I mean, Sheena and I, we couldn't get back control. Even you were having a hard time getting back control because people had
I knew I was the only guy for the job, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the hood, you know what I'm saying? You when it comes to the hood, sometimes you guys, I mean, you just a little bit, you don't have tough skin when it comes. Out there
I don't think the white guy should have got up in front of the room and tried to control the crowd.
Exactly. You don't have tough skin in the jungle, Randy. You know what I'm saying?
Randy, I was definitely betting on you, bro.
So, but I appreciate it, and you did exactly what you came to do. And I explained this to you guys before it even happened. I said, Randy, I'm gonna have to be the bad guy. And I was the bad guy that night. Sometimes people jump down on me for saying anything to their commissioner. Their voted commissioner that they wanted to vote for. They jumped down on me, so I understand. You know what I'm saying? But to Rashawn Page Moore, it is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get it, Rashawn, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean everybody got it. So it is necessary to hear from these candidates one more time to be for sure. You know what I'm saying? That you go in on November the 4th, if you're in District 5, and vote for the right candidate for that position. So it is necessary. It's not a such thing as it's not necessary. Yes, it's necessary. And people want to still hear, and Sharon Rose didn't show up last night. I think that was a big mistake. You know what I'm saying? And I think not even talking about it too long, I think Channel 6 said it was a bad mistake. Let's see what they're talking about,
I'm your Paramore community correspondent, Jarrell Baker, right outside of the John Jackson Neighborhood Center, where District 5 candidates are inside for a heated debate. Now, that also includes former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill, who lost her seat last year after she was suspended by Governor Ron DeSantis.
Thank you very much, Interim Commissioner Rose, but your services are no longer needed.
Wednesday night, dozens packed out a heated debate between District 5 candidates, former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill and community activist Luana Gelzer.
And I believe if you continue to give money to something that's failing us, we will get the same results.
Hill lost her seat last year when Governor Ron DeSantis suspended her after she was accused of exploiting an elderly woman and using more than $100,000 of her life savings on personal luxuries and a home. Hill says that she's innocent. Gelzer pointed out how she's yet to face trial.
Count one, exploitation of the elderly person or disabled person. Count two,
Gelzer has worked on environmental and hurricane preparedness projects, including testing air quality in Paramore, but she has yet to win public office, placing fourth in last year's special election for the District 5 seat.
As soon as I get back to City Hall, I want to make sure that we put some type of local small business opportunity program together that mimics what Orange County is doing.
People living in Paramore pressed the candidates on infrastructure, code enforcement, rent increases, and community revitalization. The interim commissioner, Shan Rose, a former city employee who replaced Hill in a special election, missed the debate for a second time. A representative for Rose came but was booed out by the crowd. Election day is November 4th. In Paramore, Jarrell Baker, News 6.
And when I say she got booed out. You know what I'm saying? She got booed out the building, man, because the people didn't want to hear nothing to what she wanted to say. I couldn't even give her the mic because they booed her out of the building. Yes, they booed her out of the building. Shan Rose representative. So for Shan Rose not being there, that was a big mistake. And I hope the coffee was, worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And like I said, you can revisit it. You can watch it, the whole debate. We did it October the 15th. You know what I'm saying? So thumbs up to us. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. We appreciate you. Without you, but I got to say, I appreciate y'all, man, because without y'all, there would not be no me. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, y'all make me. You know what I'm saying? By y'all showing up, I appreciate a full house. You know what I'm saying? The house was packed. You know what I'm saying? I held my composure. I know I got a little rough at times, but hey, God is still dealing with me. So hey, man, y'all bear with me. If God can still deal with me, y'all bear with me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the candidates that did show up. That meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? Commissioner Regina Hill, Luana Gelzer, both of these people stood up in the paint and they came out. Now, like I said, we didn't expect this thing to be a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, you know, edgy, a little rough, you know what I'm saying? Because we came in the building to do what we came to do. Now, the crowd got a little, you know, hype, but we piped them back down and they respected it. And everybody that came out, you know, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I had refreshments for you, meatballs, the little, you know, chips and dip, you know, those are some of the things that we had. So, hey, man, and I just got to tell y'all once again, thank you, man, because and follow everything that we doing, man. That, you know, follow everything that we doing. I got a birthday coming up. I definitely want to make sure y'all know about the, you know, about the birthday bash, because that's gonna be popping, on and popping. So y'all, you know what I'm saying, the birthday bash, man. Yeah, put on your costume. You already ugly. You know what I'm saying? You and you, along with me. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the costume party Y'all check it out. You know what I'm That's some groovy music. Anyway, man, like I said, it's going down. That's right, the 31st, Halloween night. We're doing it right there at Kalalua. You know what I'm saying? That's right there, Kalalua's signature, right there on Kirkman and Conroy. So govern yourself accordingly. We're giving away $250 to the best male costume, $250 to the best female costume. That's right. So put that shit on that night. That's all I can tell you. Put that shit on that night and come out and get your $250. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I'm telling you. So put it on, and we're gonna have a great time. That's the birthday bash. Scorpio kicks in. That's right. Scorpio kicks in. So that's all I'm gonna tell you, man. We gonna pop that thing. You know what I'm saying? I will be dressed, as the person that I am. You know what I'm saying? A king, an emperor. That's right. I'm gonna be a king. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, it's just more of the same. That's all. Anyway, I appreciate you too, Ms. Page Moore. I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep out here in the community and make sure you know everything that's going on, man. Because without, like I told you, without y'all, there would not be no me. There would not be no me. But we're going to stay in tune to this District 5, man, because November the 4th is time to vote. So therefore, y'all can make sure y'all vote for the right person. Make sure y'all get the right person in that chair. That's right, the right person in that chair. Let's peep this.
From downtown to Mercy Drive to Paramore, West Lakes to Metro West, together we have turned visions and plans into realities. Safer communities with violence prevention teams, mediating conflicts, connecting neighbors to jobs and support, along with connecting small businesses to opportunities and resources. Opportunities for kids and families with Paramore and Mercy Drive Kid Zones, new preschools and college training centers. Homes people can afford with over 8,500 senior and family multi-units built across District 5. When others claimed credit, facts matter. These projects were built by myself and other community partners. This work isn't done in a silo. It's done by the willing, but it never could have been accomplished without you, the people.
We need to make it better for everybody, and Commissioner represents that opportunity. She isn't for herself, she's for this community, and she's demonstrated this to the complete satisfaction of this old soldier.
One thing I can say, my wife and I, we really love ourselves in Commissioner Hill. Believe that, because she's real. I can deal with real people. People that say what they do and do what they say.
I think this is a great place to come and vibe and get that vibrant community that we're all looking for.
Promises made, promises kept.
The work continues.
The stakes are high. This election is about results. If you want safer streets, affordable housing, and more opportunities for our kids, families, and seniors, vote for the leader who delivers. Because leadership matters. Promises made, promises kept. I'm Commissioner Regina I. Hill, and I approve this message. Let's revive District 5.
Okay, y'all see it, man. I see my girl Rashawn's Page Moore say vote Regina. Okay, y'all. Hey, man, y'all got a chance to make that choice. You You know what I'm saying? You have a choice. You got LaWanna Gelzer in the race. You got Shan Rose. You got Regina Hill. And so we gonna try to give you one more look and see what you really feel and see what you come up with out of these 3 candidates. And amen to the roll ends. I appreciate everybody, man. And we'll jump back at this tomorrow, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And let me let you know when we come on, so you'll know. We come on Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. That's right, 7 p.m. We usually do about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it gets heated in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It gets heated in the kitchen. So we sometimes go a little bit longer. But bear with us. That's all I can tell you. Bear with us and hang out with us. That's what it's
I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call telling, snitching, I want to do it. And I want to make it cool to do it.
Every now and then we get these AI pop-ups.
You seen that motherfucking Bobby? That motherfucker owed me 35 motherfucking dollars. He told me he gonna pay my motherfucking money last motherfucking week. I ain't seen this motherfucker yet. I'm not gonna chase this motherfucker for my 35 motherfucking dollars. I called the motherfucker 4 motherfucking times, but the motherfucker won't call me back. I called his mama the other motherfucking day. She gonna pay like the motherfucker went in. I started to cuss her motherfucking ass out. But I don't want no motherfucking trouble.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? See, I can't make this up, man. Only on word on the street, man. Anyway, we still doing our thing, man. We still back in the community, and we gonna be in, man, as long as God, could put that good air in my body to do it. And I appreciate y'all, man. And I love y'all. And all I can tell y'all is, good night. All right?
Coronavirus, huh? People career, boy. Oh, we that blind people wake up. Come on now. Coronavirus, another plan gone wrong with the government. So they trying to hide it. Another way to distract us and keep us unaware from the problem. It must be big, cause now they killing people to justify this lie. Got you running around crazy, spending your little tax money. Kids ain't going to school for 3 weeks. Buy tax money, we doing what they asked of us and looking like crash dummies. Meanwhile, they dropping stuff in the air that make us act funny. And I don't think I know it all, man. I ain't even 30 yet. But I know enough to know when somebody else doing some dirty shh. Stock market's going down, business getting shut down. Trump offer $1,000 like that's enough money. Wow, that ain't enough to pay your rent, not to mention your other bills, or the fact that they target the ones that keep us on track for real, like grandmas and grandpas, our mamas and our daddies too, the ones that actually pay attention, give us the game, they watch the news, they look at them like old fools, but they doing what we trying to do. We walking around like phone zombies, without them we bound to lose. Let's say I'm wrong, I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong I take that, but if I'm right, why not take precautions, so we don't face that. I might not know what it is, but I'm knowing it's more than what appear. I'm knowing it's more than what they saying, and I hope y'all know it's not a game. We taking losses all across what we call United States. Black people, we used to that, but it's not about race, that's not the case. I know we used to being divided, but right now ain't the time to hate. Stay prayed up and keep your faith. We could be in our last days. I said we could be in our last days. Stay prayed up and keep your faith. We could be in our last days. Trendsetter, Hitman.